Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So welcome you all for this Brahma-saṁhitā discussions. This is we are continuing with, what shloka we are doing? We did Chintamani, we did Venum Kvanantam, so now we are doing the 32 shloka, Alola Chandraka, alright. Alola Chandrakala Sadvanamalyavam Shri Ratnagadam Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So this is text 31. Translation. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flower beautified with moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jewel ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful threefold bending form of Shyamasundar is eternally manifest. So this is the third shloka, Brahma's prayers to Krishna after revealing by Krishna's mercy, after seeing his Swarupa as a maidservant, as a gopi. Brahma is seeing with his spiritual eyes the spiritual world, and he described in shloka 1, Chintamani, Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vriksha, what he is seeing. Then he is describing Lord Krishna's form, Venum Kvanantam Aravinda Dalayataksham, and now we are hearing this shloka, which continues describing Krishna's form and also introduces the concept of Krishna's pastimes. Here we'll read the purport. In the shloka beginning with Chintamani Prakara, the transcendental region and the spiritual names of Govinda. In the shloka beginning Venum Kvanantam, the eternal beautiful form of Govinda. And in this shloka, the amorous pastimes of Govinda, the embodiment of his 64 excellences, have been described. So this is how Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur summarized the first three shloka, the essence. What is it? All the spiritual affairs that can come within the scope of description in the narration of the ecstatic mellows, quality rasa, are included in the spiritual amorous sports of Govinda. So here, by describing the most important dham, the most important abode of the Lord, Goloka, the highest realm, and the highest form of the Lord, now here there's last line indicates that also the highest pastimes are performed there. All the spiritual affairs that come within the scope of description in the narration of the ecstatic mellow quality, rasa, are included in spiritual amorous sports of Govinda. So the highest rasas, all the rasas, rasavaisaha, the Krishna is source of all rasas, of all relationship with everyone and with everything. And the highest rasas are displayed there in the spiritual world. So this is what it meant here. All the spiritual affairs that come within the scope of description, if you can at all describe it, in the narration of ecstatic mellow qualities, rasas, are included in spiritual amorous sports of Govinda. So amorous sports are glorified here as the highest rasa, as the highest pastime. So this is introduced in this shloka, apart from continuing of description, beautiful form of the Lord. The main emphasis is here, Keli Kala Vilasa. Pranaya, Keli Kala Vilasa. This is the new concept introduced. New concept means description of Lord Brahma. Pranaya of love, Keli Kala in past tense, Vilasam, who always revels. Revels means fully into it, relishing it to the fullest extent. Okay, so this is described here. This is what Srila Jiva Goswami comments here on this shloka, that Govinda performs pastimes which are artful. Kala also means artful. I think in Tamil the same, no? No, Kalai. What do you say? Kalai means almost same. Full of playfulness, Keli, and affection, Pranaya. So immediately Jiva Goswami, the greatest Pandit, where we are? What is this now? Just 1 second. Oh, this was, yes, here. Immediately quotes from Amarakosha dictionary, Drava Keli Parihasa. Keli means sporting or joking. So, Pranaya, Keli Kala Vilasam. That these are is joking, and these are also pranaya, these are also loving pastimes. So in loving pastimes, the sports, enjoyment is there, joking is there, loving feelings are there, exchange. So this is what it indicates here. Okay, so now what is it? What is that Brahma is describing? Brahma is describing spiritual world. And what is happening there? This is what's happening. It's a build of most amazing spiritual element, Chintamani, and is full of varieties of activities there, all pastimes of the Lord. And Krishna's form is most beautiful, most attractive, and he sports with hundreds and thousands of gopis there. And these pastimes are Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam. These are amorous pastimes. This is what is described here. And we know from the Purusha Bodhini Upanishad, Pipalada Shaka of Atharva Veda, Eko Devo Nitya Lila Anurakto, Bhakta Vyapi, Bhakta Hridayantaratma. He is the one Supreme Lord, always attached to his eternal pastimes, extending himself to his devotees, and present as a super soul within the hearts of his devotees. So this is quoted from the Vedas, that this is what Lord does. Lord plays the pastimes. This is something very unique and very amazing description in the Vedas, that God is supreme enjoyer, God enjoys his pastimes. This is very astonishing how we in the material world have such a misconception of God. We always think that God is our order supplier. What is our relation with God? All the time, 90% of people, maybe 99% of population in the world, if they believe in God at all, they approach him for something. They're just asking God. All the time they're asking. They completely misunderstood the position of God. What is God? God is there to help us fulfill our desires. If that is the definition of God, one who fulfill our desire, what is our relation with him? And if he doesn't, then what? What is that relation with God that you have? Whenever they shout, God help, give money, pass exam, give me a wife, send me out from legal problem, help me this way, help me that way. What is your relation with him? Order supplier. He is your servant. He is almighty. Okay, he is almighty, but what is your relation? You're asking him favor. You're asking him favor. You're asking some service from him. Correct? And if it doesn't happen, either you didn't pray intensely, or you change God. You go to another religion. And it's so common that people change religion, they change belief, or you become atheist. He's one big atheist who is propagating atheism all over the world. He says, I had a terrible car accident. My hand was broken heavily, and I just pray, God, if you are there, please, stop the pain. And pain did not stop. So there is no God. That is you see, so no concept of loving the relationship. There is no concept of pleasing God. There is no concept that we are meant to serve God. Just simply order supplier. And if he doesn't supply, get out of my life. I don't want you. Really bad, really ignorance. This is what it is. It is ignorance. They have no understanding of God. Vedas describe the material world and the jivas are both prakriti of the Lord, energy of the Lord, servants of the Lord, subordinate to the Lord, meant for his pleasure, meant for his enjoyment. Rasavai saha, he is source of all enjoyment, not the senses, not the sex, not the opposite sex, not the drugs, not the music, no? Not the material world. Into totally. No. Everything is meant for his pleasure. Rasavai saha, he is source of all pleasure. You want to be happy, you want to taste love, you want to taste friendship, you want to taste affection, anything. Any pleasure in material world we understand is reflection of spiritual pleasure. Every pleasure that we experience in material world exists in spiritual world. We cannot have here something that God doesn't have there. But there is in the purest form, in the original form. And it is meant for us also. It is meant to exchange. Eko devo nitya lila anurakto, with whom he is performing his pastimes, with his devotees. God loves to share everything with his devotees. We are meant to love him and please him. Rasavaisaha, he is source of all pleasure. If you try to please him, rasam khevayam labdvanandi bhavati. If you understand that he is the one to be pleased, that he is source of all pleasure, labdvanandi bhavati, immediately you become happy. Immediately you become pleased. Immediately you become satisfied in the soul. And that makes you give up material world. That makes you give up all lower tastes, all paramdrishtvanivat, and get higher taste immediately. So this is big misconception. Almost every religion in the world has this concept of God, that he is a desire fulfiller, supplier. Basically, everybody has a very selfish relation with God, that you help me, otherwise I'll not worship. Or, just asking to make our place, situation, enjoyment better in material world, with no concept of going to spiritual and serving him with full heart, mind and soul, as we heard from the Bible. Manmana bhamad bhakto, as we heard from Bhagavad Gita. So this is what is described here in the Brahma-saṁhitā. That's why it's so important literature. There is description of spiritual world. There is full of varieties and full of living entities in spiritual bodies, serving Supreme Lord. And what is it? It's the topmost enjoyment. And then Vedas reveal, you can have such a relation with God. He is not order supplier. He is not just one who is punishing and awarding somebody. You can have Shanta rasa, neutral relation with God. Dasya rasa, you can serve the Lord with awe and reverence. Sakhya rasa, you can become friend of the Lord. There's no concept in other religion of friendship with God. You can hold his hand. You can joke with him. Hasya, Keli, Kala, Vilasam. You can joke with him. You can play with him. Vatsalya rasa, you can become parent of the Lord. And Madhurya rasa, you can become a lover of the Lord. No concept. It's so difficult to understand. So difficult to understand Krishna's pastimes for in body and soul. But we understand because we hear from the parampara, not that we are super smart or some special or something, but we got the mercy to hear from the proper source. And then we understand that yes, whatever is enjoyable in material world must be enjoyed by God also. But there it is in the original form, pure form, and here is perverted reflection. So Brahma-saṁhitā is so valuable because it opens your door. What is actually our relation? What we are meant to be? We are all meant to serve God, to be with God, to joke with him, to play with him, to enjoy with him, to give him pleasure, and therefore experience the highest pleasure. And look at us here, playing with Maya. Or Maya is playing with us. What is it? I don't know. You tell. Okay. So, this is the concept. Srila Prabhupada explains this concept of Krishna's pastimes because we are very, very much misunderstood the concept of Krishna's pastimes, proper understanding. Here Prabhupada in Nectar of Devotion says, as far as Krishna's transcendental pastimes are concerned, they are mostly executed during the Kumara period, from birth to 5 years, Pauganda 6 to 10 years, and Kaishora periods 11 to 15 years. His affectionate pastimes with his parents are executed during his Kumara age. So parents, Vatsalya rasa means from birth to 5 years of age. This is the sweetest pastimes in relation to families. This is what parents relish. The child cannot walk, cannot talk properly, is crawling around, is crying helplessly, is so innocent, is so cute, and is completely bewildered mind of the parents. Every parent will tell you that till 5 years old, you are helpless, innocent, cute, harmless, like that, in that way. His friendship with cover boys is exhibited during Poganda period. So the children's pastime, 6 to 10 years old. Children just playing. That's the main business of children, even today. No, now that they put them in school, right? They come out of womb of mother, immediately classes are starting, tuition is starting. And his friendship with the gopis is exhibited during the age of Kaishorya. So 15 years old, 16 years old, like that. No, 11 to 15. Krishna's pastimes at Vrindavan are finished by the end of his 15th year, and then he is transferred to Mathura and Dwarka, where all other pastimes are performed. So this is what Prabhupada explains, that these three phases are manifested in Vrindavan. Kumara, Pauganda, Kaishora. So this is the Krishna Svarupa. Krishna's original form is manifested in Vrindavan in these three forms. And this is very amazing. It's very difficult for us to understand how simultaneously this is happening. Somehow or other, whenever Mother Yashoda comes and Nanda Maharaj, Krishna is for them small boy still. And when Gopas come, he is playing with them on that level. And when Gopis come, he is playing with them on that level. So this is amazing. This is inconceivable potency of the Lord. Simultaneously, Lord is enjoying these three phases. When Krishna's manifested pastimes are within material world, these three are shown kind of in this kind of Krishna takes birth, then he grows, and then he leaves Vrindavan. But in spiritual world, these are present eternally. These three stages are eternally manifest. Here also is eternally manifested. We'll hear in a few minutes about that in another universe. That is a different thing. So, the transcendental, Krishna's pastimes are transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam. Janma, my appearance. Karma, my activities, my pastimes, whatever I do. Whatever is with me, whatever is my paraphernalia, whatever are my associates. These are all transcendental. Whatever is happening. Krishna's nama, guna, rupa, lila. These are all transcendental. Okay, and in the purport of this Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa, Prabhupada explains this. See this. Lord Krishna, the primeval Lord, exhibited the complete features of Godhead. And thus it is confirmed that he is the source of all other incarnations. And the most extraordinary feature exhibited by Lord Krishna was his internal energetic manifestation of his pastimes with the covered girls. Now look, we are discussing this Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa shloka. We are discussing Tattva, that Krishna is supreme among all other avatars, that he is source of all other avatars. Ete Chamsa Kala. All are other amshas of the Lord or Kalas, rather they are plenary expansion or expansion of the plenary expansion. Okay? And then suddenly, how Krishna is established as a supreme, but manifesting, displaying the supreme pastimes which no other avatar can display. Even Narayan doesn't display this Madhurya Rasa. He has Madhurya Rasa with the Lakshmi, but not in the extent. In the Goloka, every gopi is Lakshmi. Hundreds and thousands of Lakshmi are there. Sri Jiva Goswami uses this to establish that Goloka is superior to Vaikuntha and that Krishna is superior to Narayan form in the sense of the rasa. So he says, in Goloka, there are hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis, but in Vaikuntha, Lakshmi is one. So that shows the opulence of Goloka. Srila Jiva Goswami explains like this. So here, look how Acharyas explain supremacy of Krishna. Most extraordinary feature exhibited is not his power, is not his beauty, is not his knowledge. The beauty, of course, yes, because it's part of this type of pastimes. It's not his knowledge, it's not his fame, it's not his strength, it's not her energy. What is it? The most extraordinary feature exhibited by Krishna was his internal energetic manifestation. Energetic, why? Because these are his spiritual eternal potencies. Manifestation is pastimes with the covered girls. It is manifestation of Yoga Maya, it's manifestation of Lila Shakti, it's manifestation of spiritual potency. And that even Lord Narayan will not exhibit in that you may say, quantity, in that way. In that excellence. His pastimes with the gopis are displays of transcendental existence, bliss and knowledge, Sachitananda, although they are manifested apparently as a sex love. Now this is the problem, that we should not misunderstand, based on the experience of material world, how Krishna acts, how Krishna enjoys, how Krishna relates to his devotees, how Krishna relates to his potencies. We are the people who imitate Krishna in his pastimes. He is enjoying his potency and we are trying to enjoy his potency. Basically what we are trying to do, we are trying to enjoy somebody else's wife. Every soul belongs to Krishna. Every soul is wedded to Krishna. And what we are trying to do, we are trying to have illicit relation with Krishna's wife. That is called Maya. That is called illusion. That's why we are bound. That's why we are punished. That is wrong. All jivas are meant for his pleasure. They, by birthright, by existent right, there was no birth for the soul, by existential right, as a constitutional position. Jivara Swarupa hoy Krishna Ranitya Das. Everyone is servant of Krishna. And now we are saying, no, you don't serve Krishna. Please me. Don't serve Krishna. Come, you're my wife. You're my lover. Please me. What we are? We are Krishna, imitating Krishna, which is liable to punishment. And we are misusing and misguiding Krishna's energy. Krishna's wife. My wife is meant to be dancing with Krishna. I misuse it. So in Varnashram system is allowed to have a wife and children for procreation, and it is utilized by Krishna so that then there is no sin. No? Kamasmi Bharatharshava. I am the sex life according to Dharma, Krishna says. So this regulation is there, and slowly system is there. Okay, come out of it. Enough misusing my energy. Vanaprasth. And then sannyas. And then Vaishnava. Become Vaishnava finally. That's the idea, Now from beginning you can become Vaishnava. Then there is no problem. So you see how everything is related. Everything is related to spiritual. Everything has its roots in spiritual world. But is Urdhva Mula Mada Shakam. This is what it is. Here everything we misunderstand. Of course we cannot understand Krishna's pastimes because we are in material world. If I give you a painting upside down, what you will say? You're not so impressive artist, but you are looking upside down. No? Oh, Krishna is God. How can I accept his dancing other way? You are looking upside down. You are dancing with Krishna's wife. Not Krishna is dancing with other man's wife. You are dancing with Krishna's wife. You are looking upside down. Put it proper. See the proper picture. He is God. He created everyone. Everything is meant for his enjoyment. And we are saying, God, please, why don't you make me enjoyer? That's what we are begging. Why don't you make me Ishwaroham Aham Bhogi in the center of enjoyment? You say, all right, you want to try. It doesn't work. You have no power. You can't handle it. No, I'll try. All right, here you go. Material world is created for you. Your own planet, your own wife, your own enjoyment, your own ras lila. But doesn't work because of no potency. It's not meant for it. It is not your swarupa. It is not your swabhava. It's completely, what did we say? Demoniac nature. Why? Icha dvesha, so dvesha, it's envy of the Lord. You do not accept that Lord is the center of enjoyment. And that when you accept, rasavaisaha rasam hevam labhanandi bhavati. When you understand He is supreme enjoyer, such a relief. There's no more struggle in material, there's no more endeavor, there's no more running after women, there is no more running after money, there is no more running after fame. Now you run after women to preach to them. You run after men to preach to them. You run after everything, after money for Krishna's glory. You run after, not fame, but to spread Krishna's fame. Krishna Kirtan. Kirtan means what? Kirti. Kirti means fame. Krishna Kirtan means to glorify Krishna, whether it's his name or his katha or his devotees or Prabhupada's books. This is all Krishna Kirtan. And then means turning picture on right position. Now Urdhva Mula Madasha. Now proper. Root is down and the branches then up. And on the branches there is a phalam. That is the love of God. That is what we are looking for. If you're looking for phalam, in reflection in the water, there's a tree, mango tree on the bank of the kunda. And you are looking mangoes down and trying to catch them. You get wet hands. That's only what you get. All right. So, the specific attraction of his pastime with the gopis should never be misunderstood. But because everybody is looking upside down, everybody is misunderstanding. You can't see the clear picture. What is it? The Bhagavatam relates this transcendental pastime in 10 cantos. And in order to reach the position to understand the transcendental nature of Krishna's pastimes with the gopis, Bhagavatam promotes the student gradually in 9 other cantos. So Prabhupada say, you don't understand, you go from first canto to 9 canto first, then you understand Krishna's Aishwaryas. Then you understand that Aishwarya Murti is also Rasamrita Murti. This is what we have to understand. That Aishwarya, that one who is dancing with other man's wife, as you say, that is Supreme Lord. So now we discuss, is it right or wrong? After you understand first 9 canto. No? Not that you go on 10th canto and discuss. No? Correct? So this is the big difference. So you see how there's so much warnings by acharyas to not misunderstand. And if we don't hear from parampara system, 100% will misunderstand. Even the sannyasis of Mayavada line, they speak on Gita, correct? They speak on Gita. They quote Krishna. No? There was one Mayavadi sannyasi came to Salem and he is giving 3 days Gita lecture. And when asked about chanting Hare Krishna, one of the congregation devotee happened to, new devotee, he was, oh, hey, something spiritual, oh, Gita, okay. I'm going to ISKCON, now somebody is doing Gita classes, let me go and sit. He was coming for 3 months only for Sunday Feast classes. But he got it right. No, Krishna is supreme and we chant Krishna's name to achieve perfection. And he sat for 3 days on this Gita class. He was very surprised that Swamiji never mentioned Krishna. So he asked, Swamiji, what about chanting Hare Krishna? You are speaking about yoga, meditation, control mind and this, that. But we learn in ISKCON that you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And this Mayavadi Swamiji, who spoke 3 days on Gita, who became famous as a speaker on Krishna's Gita, he says, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, we want to chant. Yeah, you can pass time, just like people eat peanuts in train to pass time. So you can chant, no harm. Ram, okay, but Krishna, do you want to have Krishna to be your neighbor? He is dancing with other men's wives. He's a big sannyasi, big figure, not small. I'll not mention his name, he already left body, so no point of talking about ghost in Bhagavatam class. But idea is that the misunderstanding of even Mayavad sannyasi is amazing, astonishing. That you speak on Gita, you take Gita authority, but you don't understand Krishna līlās. Krishna instructions are good. Bhagavad Gita, come on, Shankaracharya wrote commentary, Madhva wrote commentary, Ramanuja wrote commentary, so we have to, it's a valid book, we have to accept. No? But Krishna's pastimes, screen is closed, they cannot understand. And asked in the public and caught in ignorance that he does not know Janma Karma Chame Divyam, that Krishna's līlās are pastimes are transcendental and eternal and unpolluted by sin or fault or karma and free from lust. He could not answer. Shame on him. But no wonder, because he did not receive knowledge in parampara. Just see, he could control his mind and senses. I'm sure he is not breaking 4 regulatory principles all his life. I'm sure he is completely against anything material. I'm sure he is not enjoyer of material world. It's not that he wants luxury car, he's not demanding Innova car or something, when he travels, whatever the people give, whatever they give, So he could achieve this much, understanding. You can see he's detached from material world. But when they ask about Krishna's pastimes, he simply admitted that he did not understand it, that he has no understanding of Krishna's pastimes. No? How? Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Because Krishna only to his bhaktas reveals this pastime. Bhaktya mam abhijanati, not jnana mam abhijanati, karma mam abhijanati, tapas mam abhijanati. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavancha smriti tattvataha, tato mam tattvato gyatva vishateta danantaram. When you understand through bhakti, and bhakti means gurum parampara, bhakti comes from bhakta, from bhaktas, from devotees, does not come independently, does not come on your own endeavor, does not come by the self pushing or whatever you call it. So if we don't hear from Guru Parampara, there is no way of understanding Krishna. His pastimes, his qualities, his activities, nothing will be understood. How many times we heard this question? But Krishna also drinking, but Krishna also dancing, but Krishna like this, but Krishna telling lie. No? How many times we get these questions? But you know what's good news? We have all the answers from acharyas, and it's convincing, and it makes sense. And by hearing them, we get purified. And this is very amazing about Krishna's pastimes, no? Okay, so look at this Srila Prabhupada's quote. All the acharyas that do great endeavor to explain this. Okay, here. There are many fools who consider Krishna Lila to be a subject of art and who write or paint pictures about pastimes of Krishna with the gopis, sometimes depicting them in a manner particularly obscene. So they're showing the navels of gopis or the sensual bodies or this amorous pastimes. This is not done because it will be misunderstood by men. Then they're not only they're using other forms of other ladies for enjoyment, now they want to use Krishna's painting of Krishna's gopis for their enjoyment. This is even more sinful, more dangerous, more degrading. Okay, you paint picture, take photo of some actress and you want to enjoy looking at that picture, that is sinful. Now you paint Krishna and gopis dancing and that you want to enjoy. This is million times more sin. It burns you, finish you off, you never come out of material world. So this is never encouraged. It's never encouraged. These cheap paintings of the portraying gopis as some cheap, seductive woman, you know. No, man, these are, you will see next few shlokas, what are the gopis? Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Prativa. This is his eternal potencies. This is purely spirit, the highest of all devotees. This is how Shastra describes. These fools take pleasure in material sense gratification, but one who wants to make advancement in spiritual life must scrupulously avoid their literature, should not hear their explanation of the līlās, you know. Somebody wrote in that, what is it called, the wisdom tree, what is it called? That in the newspaper come article, the tree of wisdom, what is something? Huh? Something, wisdom tree. So that one lady is writing, Krishna married so many queens in Dwaraka, but one who he really loved, the Radha, he could never get married. He was really suffering in life. So what is it? Fools, they do not understand, you know. And she was in positive spirit, like, you know, feeling for Krishna, you know. So many queens he married, but always, and she's quoting Purana, or even in dream he will call gopis' names, particularly Radharani's name. So you can understand. He married them officially due to family issues, and you know how these kingdoms are expanded to do arranged marriages, but his heart was in Vrindavan. And she feels pity for Krishna, like, I like the guy, but he really suffered his unfulfilled love. He could not marry her. It's a heavy mess. This is very bad, you know. And this is how, and then what you are preaching Krishna is just like us. Just like us. Lusty after somebody or in love, romance with somebody, but he cannot marry her. Me, zero understanding. Better don't speak about it. Better speak, we are not his body. That's better. Speak on Gita. Speak on our level. Because it's absolutely misunderstanding. And when you people read, Krishna was like this. You see, completely material understanding. So we should not read their literature articles. Unless one is a servant of Krishna and the Vaishnavas, as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami present himself to be in offering respect to Lord Chaitanya, his associates and his disciples, one should not attempt to write transcendental literature. So don't write, don't talk. Who are you to speak? Who are you to speak about Krishna? Who are you to speculate about Krishna? Don't touch this sacred subject. Don't touch, don't interfere. You will not understand. It's not possible. This is prohibited. Only offenses will be committed. Don't leave it, just don't talk about it. You know. Indeed, Acharya gives so many commentaries, so many explanations, reasoning and explaining the transcendental nature of Krishna, his pastimes, the gopis, devotees, everything, you know. Because those pastimes look like human-like. Therefore, it is difficult to understand. When Bhagavan comes on Garuda with 4-hand forms and delivers Gajendra, this is so easy to accept by common man. Correct? Yeah, Bhagavan, 4 hands, 6 hands, 10 hands. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasra Akshama, unlimited hands. Even this is easy to accept. Vishvarupa, oh, amazing display of majesty. Vibhutis, no? But Krishna dancing with gopis. Oops. Is this spiritual? Is this material? What is it? Puzzle, darkness, blackout, lockout. Brain stops working. No access, prohibited, no password. You can push, but you don't know the password. Password is to hear from Guru Parampara. Look at this. From Bhagavatam comment, from the purport in Bhagavatam. All the great Bhagavatam commentators conclude that the grief, illusion, attachment and fear, which arise out of ignorance of the soul, can never be present in the transcendental dramatic pastimes enacted by the Lord. In any pastimes, not only with the gopis. There is no grief, illusion, attachment, fear. There is no material quality. There is no material pollution in Krishna's mind. Srila Jiva Goswami gives many examples from Krishna's pastime to illustrate these points. For instance, when cowherd boys entered the mouth of Aghasura, Lord Krishna was apparently astonished. No? Oh, he also got surprised. Oh, how to help them? They are in great danger. But this is Leela. Lord is relishing Leela. There is no ignorance, astonishment and thinking how to do it. He already knows how to do it. How to do it? He can do it in any way he wants to do it. He can blink with eyes and they are out of Aghasura's mouth. He can blink with eyes and paralyze Aghasura, so Aghasura remained in the cave as Gopas the toad. He could do anything. He could turn Aghasura in big strawberry, Whatever he wants, Baba. He has power. He doesn't have to think how to handle it. He knows how. He has intelligence to handle it. He has power to handle it. Where is astonishment? Astonishment is that in Leela, he is with his Gopas. And if really something like this happened, he would express his feelings. He is expressing his feelings in Leela. Oh, how much he is showing how much love he has for his Gopas. This is what he is doing. Okay. Similarly, when Brahma took away Lord Krishna's cowherd boyfriends and cows, the Lord at first began to look for them as he did not know where they were. Again, Brahma wanted to bewilder Lord. Correct? Okay, I'll steal them. Let me see what he will do. Soon as he stole them, Brahma was bewildered. And Krishna acted, oh, where they are. That was Brahma's bewilderment, not Krishna's bewilderment. Krishna knew exactly where they are. The Gopas were with Krishna. He took Maya's form of Gopas, Brahma. This is what Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur explained. Brahma was bewildered. Brahma didn't have any clue what's happening. He wants to test Krishna, he was tested. This very thought came that I will do something with Krishna's pastimes, testing, playing and seeing his powers. Go on, he was in Maya. Already he was bewildered. I'm stealing the boys. His intelligence was stolen. Go on. Thus the Lord plays the part of an ordinary human being so as to relish transcendental pastime with his devotees. One should never think the personality of Godhead is an ordinary person, as Shukadeva Goswami explained in these and following verses. So this is the warning, this is the explanation given by Acharyas, that is not. Particularly Krishna Līlās with the gopis, this is the most misunderstood by a person who did not go through the process of hearing from bona fide source. And even devoted, many people, pious people in India, they like Radha Krishna, they offer pranam, they worship. But when anybody asks them about this, they don't know how to explain, so they feel some pain in the heart, They cannot explain. Lord Balaram drank the Varuni, wine. They cannot explain. They cannot explain why Krishna told the lie in Mahabharata. Why he pushed. He didn't tell the lie. He pushed Yudhishthira to tell the lie. They cannot explain. They cannot understand. They like it. They're pious. But still, unless you hear from Guru Parampara, it's not possible to understand. So, what is the Krishna's pastimes? Krishna's relation with the gopis. Let's explain in Bhagavatam by Shukadeva Goswami himself. Vikriditam Vrajavadubhir idam cha Vishnu. Okay, here. Anyone who faithfully hears or describes the Lord's playful affairs with the young gopis of Vrindavan will attain Lord's pure devotional service. Bhakti Param Bhagavati. Bhakti Param, the highest bhakti will be attained. Thus he will quickly become sober and conquer lust, the disease of the heart. Pratilabhya kamam, hridrogam. The mess in our heart, the disease of the heart. By hearing Krishna's gopis of Vrindavan, one will conquer lust. So why not just directly hear it? No, first 9 cantos. You hear from parampara, first 9 cantos. First, we are not his body. First, who is Krishna? What is his power? What is his supremacy? What are his expansions? What are his avatars? What is his might? What are his energies? What is antaranga, bahiranga, tatastha shakti? How to enter? What is karma? What is punya? What is papam? Everything you learn. Then when you get purified, by the process of hearing, we are getting purified. Shinvata svakata Krishna, punya shravana kirtana. We are getting purified. And then what happened? Hridayantasto Bhadrani. Actually, this is not the last in the heart becomes unknot, cut, becomes chiranti. All the misunderstandings are cleared by the acts of knowledge which comes from Guru Parampara. So this is what thus, just by hearing from Parampara in the proper systematic way, then one can hear those pastimes also. And those pastimes will attract soul so much to Krishna and to Gopis and to Vrindavan that soul will forget this lust of material world. So look at the result. Not that these are lusty pastimes, not that Gopis are lusty and Krishna is lusty, but you hear about them, you are free from lust. That itself proves it is fully transcendental. That itself proves. And you can see all sannyasis, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the strictest of all sannyasi. Yatiraj, the best among all sannyasis, the king of sannyasis, of renunciates. No? Woman could not offer nearby pranam. From distance they have to offer. There's no question. A woman coming nearby Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's so strict sannyas. He said that don't look even upon the wooden form, doll of the woman. Even that will incite lust. He was so strict. No? Chota Haridas, what he did, what was the offense? He got a little rice from one female disciple who was also Vaishnavi. She was elder lady also. And maybe there was some thought. It seems like there was some thought of enjoyment in his mind. And it was rejected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Don't come to me. You want to enjoy. You are wearing saffron clothes. You want to enjoy. Woman, don't come to me. And when he was so disappointed, Chota Haridas went to Triveni and drove himself, Yamuna, Saraswati, Ganga's Triveni. And the report came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, very good. We just see. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu night time discusses Radha Krishna Gopi Līlās. How is this possible? The highest sannyasi, the strictest sannyasi, he discussed this pastimes of Radha Krishna with his devotees. At night. Daytime also, but people could not understand. Because you can see in Kirtan, in Ratha Yatra Kirtan, they're chanting, and then you see Swarup Damodar chanting shlokas, talking about Radha Krishna's pastimes, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and those who could understand, they understood. It's like this. Those who are pure, they could understand. They fully relish. Why? Because they're spiritual. What is the point? Taking sannyas and then discussing about lusty affairs of man and woman. What is the point? No? This is contradictory. You can't explain. So it's not there. It is spiritual. Janma karamachame divyam. It's fully spiritual. So, here Srila Prabhupada concludes. If one who hears of gopis' lusty behavior with Krishna becomes free from lusty desire, certainly the gopis who approach Krishna become free from all such desires. That's a simple conclusion, just Prabhupada's ruling. Come on. It doesn't make any sense, your explanation, that this is material lust. Then why it is glorified? How can such a lusty and debauchee, the womanizer, speak such a literature like Bhagavad Gita, which is respected by all sannyasis? No? Who will listen? Even today, who will listen to you? There was a big guru in North India for many years, thousands, hundreds and thousands of followers. When he would speak, I saw the pandals, 1 lakh of people at least, he will come. As soon as photo of him came with some young lady, bang, everybody abandoned him. Nobody gives faith for it. Indeed, I think he was put in jail also. So, even today, you cannot do it. So how is this? That all the acharyas, they appreciate Gita and Krishna, and you say that Krishna was immoral person? Dharma Murti, Krishna, the personification of Dharma, one who spoke the Dharma, one who teaches the Dharma, One who is telling, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati. He comes to establish dharma and you call him immoral. You are immoral. You are blasphemer. We'll put a, defamation case on you. No? There's some experience of it. So, yeah, you see, everything is turned upside down. Everything is misunderstood. Therefore, and again, there is only one point in this lecture. Unless we hear from Guru Parampara, we are going to misunderstand Keli Kala Vilasam, Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam. There is no way to enter. There is no way to understand. So we are happy that we have, Okay, here you go. Srimad Bhagavatam. Shukadeva Goswami continued. Lord Krishna enjoyed with that gopi, although he enjoys only within, being self-satisfied and completing himself. Thus, by contrast, he showed the wretchedness of ordinary lusty man and hard-hearted woman. Now, by displaying amorous pastimes with gopis, Krishna exposed your nonsense imitation pastimes of material world are all useless. This is not true. You are all imitators. So what is the point? He displays his pastimes, and jivas who were fortunate enough to be there, they would be attracted with Krishna's pastimes and forget their own lust, forget their own greed, forget material world. Krishna showed, you are lusty, come and see this display. And by seeing Krishna's pastimes, they become attracted. And they understood this dirty mind, lusty mind. They give up all material desires. So as the Yamunacharya says, when thought of sex comes, I spit on it. I immediately spit. Just by the thought I spit. This is result of hearing. This is why Bhagavan came. So what he showed, thus by contrast, he showed them wretchedness of ordinary lust. Ordinary lusty man and hard-hearted woman. This is what he shows, So what is the topmost rasa in spiritual, parakya rasa, is most condemned in material world. Illicit relation, the lowest. That is the worst thing you can do in society, to have illicit affair. And this is the highest thing. Urdhva mula madha shakam. What is lowest down is the highest up. This is how it is. No? What is spiritually highest here in material world? Impersonal realization. Everybody speaks. Become one, merge into Brahmanism. So you see, Urdhva Adha Shakam, this is the lowest in spiritual world, Brahman realization, which people consider the highest here. Is Maharaj giving one full lecture on this, explain. Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vikas. He gave a very nice explanation. So this is reality, this is how it is. Okay, look at this purport. This verse directly refutes the superficial criticism materialistic people sometimes direct against Lord Krishna's pastimes. The philosopher Aristotle claimed that ordinary activities are unworthy of God. And with this idea in mind, some people declare that since the activities of Krishna resemble those of ordinary human beings, he cannot be absolute truth. So Aristotle says that God is not enjoying like us these material things. His enjoyment is on higher level. His enjoyment is different. But he did not know what is that enjoyment. He did not know about rasa. He did not know about Lord's pastimes. But he concluded right. Cannot be that God is also enjoying this, what we are eating, what we are singing, what we are hearing, what we are trying to enjoy. Definitely God is above that. He got it right. But half of the truth. He did not know of varieties of the spiritual. But in this way, Shukadeva Goswami emphatically points that Lord Krishna acts on the liberated platform of spiritual self-satisfaction. Means that he is not lusty or in need of satisfaction. He performs his pastimes. The fact is indicated here by the terms Atmarata, Atmarama and Akhandita. It is inconceivable to ordinary people that a handsome young boy and beautiful young girl enjoy romantic conjugal affairs in the forest moonlight can be engaged in pure activity, free from egoistic desire and lust. This is the difficulty. Yet, while Lord Krishna is inconceivable to ordinary person, those who love him can easily realize the absolute pure nature of his activities. One may argue that beauty is in the eye of beholder. The beauty is in the eye of beholder. So for you, something is beautiful, and for me, something else is beautiful. One day there was a Sai Baba follower who kind of entered into debate with us in the train as we were traveling, Because he was chanting this Sai something mantra, It's Vedic mantra twisted into Sai mantra, really, interpolation. So we were a little bit, kind of not happy to hear this, So he started asking questions, debate started, So he said that Sai Baba is God, that Puttaparthi Baba. And we told him definition, Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya. The God is most beautiful. And Sai Baba definitely loses in this category all the points, because he is absolutely not beautiful. You are not seeing his inner beauty. So this is the beauty in the eye of beholder. For me it's beautiful, for you it's not beautiful. But God is beautiful for everyone. When you see Krishna, everyone is attracted. It's not that he said you should see inner beauty. Actually, I cannot see inner or outer beauty of Sai Baba. Sorry to say, but but Krishna is all attractive. Absolute. There is no way of not being attracted by Krishna by seeing him. There is no way, So now the argument is like this. One may argue that beauty is the eye of beholder, and therefore devotees of Krishna are only imagining Lord's activities to be pure. Because we are devotees, we are trying to justify and explain and quote Shastras and interpret in this way to cover up Krishna's mischievous activities. That's what I say. These arguments ignore many significant facts. For one, the path of Krishna consciousness, or developing love for Krishna, demands that the devotee strictly follow 4 regulative principles. No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no eating meat, fish or eggs. When you see this, it's contradictory. If you say Krishna's activities are lusty, and to become Krishna devotee, you have to control lust. What is the meaning? It's meaningless. It's just meaningless. You understand? It's such a good argument, no? When one is free from material lust and rises to the liberated platform, beyond material desires, one realizes absolute beauty of Lord Krishna. Absolute beauty means not only his body is beautiful, his pastimes are beautiful, his paraphernalia is beautiful, his devotees are beautiful, his abode is beautiful, his gopis are beautiful, their relationship is beautiful, everything is absolutely beautiful. This is what you realize. You see, and everything is absolute platform. It's completely pure, and therefore is all attractive. There is no self-hate, there's no tinge, there's nothing to hide, there's nothing is self-motivated, nothing of that ahamameti concept of material world, that I am enjoyer, that I try to get some benefit, I am explorer of material world. This process is not theoretical. It has been practiced and completed by many thousands of great sages. Bahavo jnana tapasa puta mad bhavam agat, who left us their shining example and their brilliant teachings concerning the path of Krishna consciousness. So you can see all the acharyas, all the sannyasis, the purest soul which walked on this earth, they accepted Krishna's path and spiritual. They were discussing it. And they were discussed with material lust. What is Bilwa Mangal Thakur did? He poked his eyes with hairpins of a lady, controlling the eyes. You see how determined were. Not that he didn't want to see, he was pushed by his eyes into lust. He pierced his eyes. He went blind. Krishna's devotee. You see what he did? And what Krishna, he glorifies Krishna of Vrindavan. He glorifies the gopis. No? So it's not lust. Certainly, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Look at this, how Prabhupada defeats his argument. Certainly, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. However, real beauty is perceived by soul's eye, transcendental eye, and not by the lusty eye of a material body. So definitely, unless you have spiritual eye, you will not see beauty in Krishna, you will find some fault. But to see the truth, Atasi Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahyam Indra, you cannot see with those blunt material senses. Therefore, the Vedic literature repeatedly stresses that only those free from material desire can see the beauty of Lord Krishna with the eye of the pure soul, anointed with love of Godhead. What is that? Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochana. It may finally be noted that upon realizing pastime of Krishna, one becomes free of all tinges of sex desire, a state of mind that can hardly result from meditating upon material sexual affairs. Because if you talk about sex, if you see naked pictures of the woman, if you are even associating with men attached to the woman, one lust will be enhanced. And if you're discussing Krishna's pastime, one lust is decreased. Just, what is it? Practical. This is result. This is result of spiritual practitioners. Vairagya Vidya Ninja Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a component supported, accompanied by the vairagya, then only you understand you progress. It's not progress just because you know more stories about Radha Krishna's pastimes. No, the progress is how much we are detached from material world and how much we are attached to chanting Krishna's name, Krishna's pastimes. Okay. On the final note, Prabhupada says, the conjugal pastime of Krishna perfectly round out his qualification as a supreme absolute truth. You see this? Bhagavan can do this and still be supreme and pure. There is no papa in Bhagavan. There is no sin. He created. This is all his creation, his expansion. Everything meant for his pleasure. Yeah? Just like in your house, your father built the house, he purchased the fridge, he purchased the car, everything. So he, by right, by civil law right, he is entitled enjoyer of all of this. Correct? Yeah? Now you are his son. So he is allowing you. Yeah, you can take my car, you can take from my fridge, I'll feed you, no problem. I'm your father. But now you are taking car and everything and claiming, you are not the owner, I'm the owner. Oh, this is not good, son. This is a mess. This is the source of happiness. Your knowledge, God is supreme. You use everything material by understanding He is the owner. Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything should be used in Krishna's service. Then you can use everything. He has no problem to share. But soon as you use everything in our service, we use everything in our service for our sense gratification, then we are under the spell of Maya. We are liable to laws of material nature, to karma. We have to suffer. Mana shashta indriyani prakriti sthani karshiti. The Vedanta states that the Absolute Truth is the source of everything. So certainly the Absolute cannot lack any of the beautiful things of the world. Again the point, everything is there in spiritual world. Here is only perverted reflection. It is only because romantic affairs exist in pure spiritual form, in Absolute, that they can manifest in perverted material form in this world. How can God dance with the gopis and enjoy romance with the gopis? Because you have it here, it must be there. But there is in the pure form, free from lust and desire, selfishness. Here is contaminated by selfish enjoyment. It must be there. What you have here, it must be there, but it's in the pure form. Thus, apparently, beauty of this world is not to be absolutely rejected. Rather, beauty should be accepted in its pure spiritual form. So, anything, we don't negate. Just we say, that love, lust, this is all bogus. No, we say, material love and lust is bogus. Krishna's love and lust, these are pure. That is the thing. This is how to properly understand. Since the beginning of time, men and women have been inspired to poetic rapture by art of romance. Unfortunately, romance in this world usually leads to crushing disappointment brought about by the change of heart or by death. Thus, although we may at first find romantic affairs beautiful and enjoyable, they are eventually spoiled by the onslaught of material nature. So this is the nature of material love and lust. It's temporary, it's hurting, it's not satisfying. Ultimately, we end up in misery. Still, it is unreasonable to totally reject the conception of romance. Rather, we should accept conjugal attraction in its absolute, perfect, pure form, as it exists within God, without a tinge of material lust or selfishness. That pure conjugal attraction, the supreme beauty and pleasure of supreme truth, is what we are reading about here in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is nice explanation. This is, I know, a little long, but it's really making. So this is the thing, that this is hearing from bona fide source. We recommend the process, then everything becomes clear. And it makes sense. It all makes sense, ultimately. Here, Prabhupada says simply like this. Hearing Krishna Lila is the boat by which to achieve the ultimate goal of life. Now, such a simple statement, but such a sublime. No? Now, where is that? At the beginning of 10th canto, Prabhupada hints. Now, Krishna Lilas will be described. After going through 9th canto, Prabhupada says, okay, now, here Krishna Lila is a boat by which to cross the material ocean and achieve the goal of life. Why? Because they are meant to attract us. They are meant to invoke Swarupa. They are meant to invoke love of God. They are meant to fully purify us. Therefore, Prabhupada, at the beginning, he was not sure due to old age and he was not knowing fully how long Krishna will keep him in material world. Immediately he translated Krishna book, summarized 10th canto. Then continued translating Bhagavad. Now he was thinking, if I come, okay, if I come to that, fine. If I don't come, at least I have a Krishna book. And by Krishna's desire, he left before accomplishing full 10 canto of Bhagavad. I think 13 chapters. 10-13 is last he wrote. But Krishna book we have all the explanation. It's amazing, no? But this is what will actually do the change of heart. You know. Okay, so even the gopis who are liberated souls, they also, even the rishis, great devotees who are fully liberated, they continue hearing Krishna līlās because they are so pleasing to the heart, they are so transcendentally attractive, they are so amazing. As we remember the wonderful deed of Krishna performed, gopis are speaking. His playfully sidelong glances, his smiles, and his words, O Uddhava, we forget all our material engagements. Even gopis are speaking. No? We are suffering in material miseries. Adi Adavik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik Klesha. So by hearing Krishna līlās, we are free from this anxiety. And gopis are saying, we are suffering spiritual anxiety in separation of Krishna. And by hearing Krishna līlās and name and pastime, we are relieved from those suffering. Just see the power of Krishna's pastimes. Just see what the gopis do. They also remember Krishna's pastimes. No? And this is mind-blowing. This is something really extraordinary. Okay, you see we are prolonging a little bit lectures, you know. Everyone okay? Just, it's so nice explanation that we cannot skip. Look at this. Chaitanya Charitamrita in Madhya Lila says, Ateva Goloka Sthane Nitya Vihar Brahmanda Ghane Krame Prakatya Tahar. Sorry, my Bengali pronunciation is even worse than Sanskrit pronunciation. Can you believe it? Sanskrit is already horrible enough. The eternal pastimes of Krishna are continuously taking place in the original Goloka Vrindavan planet. These same pastimes are gradually manifested within the material world in each and every Brahmanda. Now, apart from Goloka pastimes, now Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur and Prabhupada explained here in commentaries what is the nature of Krishna's eternal pastimes within material world. It's another aspect. Here, Prabhupada says, Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur elucidates this complicated explanation of Krishna's pastimes. Krishna's pastimes are always present in material world in one of the many universes. These pastimes appear in the universe one after other, just as the sun moves across the sky and measures the time. Krishna's appearance may be manifest in this universe at one moment, and immediately after his birth, this pastime is manifested in the next universe. You understand? Now Krishna, this second he took birth in this universe. Now another universe is just following up. Maybe, we don't know how much, but maybe a second delay. Immediately is happening. And next universe, immediately second. Immediately. It's eternal pastimes. Krishna is always taking birth. Now, Krishna is taking birth in some universe. Now, as I say now. This is fourth time already done. So, Nitya Lila, no, for example. Like a sun. Sun is always arising somewhere. Now he is already, here is 9 o'clock in the morning, and somewhere is just 5 o'clock, somebody is waiting to see the sun. As soon as it appears there, somebody else is waiting that he will see that. It is like this, that comparison scheme. After his killing of Putana is manifested in this universe, it is next manifested in another universe. So it equally well is for all his pastimes. Thus, all the pastimes of Krishna are eternally existing, both in the original Goloka Vrindavan and in the material universes. The 125 years calculated in our solar system to be Krishna's lifetime equal one moment for Krishna. Look at this now calculation of how it is explained. Okay, 125 years Krishna manifests his pastimes here. But this is one moment for Krishna. For Krishna this is nothing. One moment, these pastimes are manifested in one universe, and next moment they are manifested in next universe. Now, look at this explained. This could be like this, that Krishna lives 125 years here, manifests pastimes, and then he starts in another universe. That is another way of looking at this Krishna's pastime. Why? Because for Krishna in just a moment. There are unlimited universes, and Krishna's pastimes are manifested one moment after the other in all of them. Now this moment seems like means of Krishna's moment, means after 125 years. This rotation is explained through the example of sun moving across the sky. Krishna appears and disappears in innumerable universes, just as the sun appears and disappears during the day. Although the sun appears to rise and set, it is continuously shining somewhere on the earth. So for us, now sun appears and after some time will disappear. But doesn't mean that sun disappears. It disappeared from our vision. So Krishna's pastimes are going. Sun is always somewhere shining. But for us appears and disappears. So now for this planet Earth, Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago and disappeared. So for us it's now night time. We are not seeing the sun. Similarly, although Krishna's pastimes seem to appear and disappear, they are continuously existing in one Brahmanda, universe or another. Thus all of Krishna's līlās are present simultaneously throughout the innumerable universes. By our limited senses we cannot appreciate this. Therefore, Krishna's eternal pastimes is very difficult for us to understand. One should try to understand how they are taking place by understanding the example of the sun. Although the Lord is appearing constantly in material universes, His pastimes are eternally present in the original Goloka Vrindavan. Therefore, these pastimes are called Nitya Lila, eternally present pastimes. Because we cannot see what is going on in other universes, it is a little difficult for us to understand how Krishna is eternally manifesting His pastimes. There are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma, and this time calculation is also taking place in other universes. Krishna's pastimes manifest before 14 Manus expire. Means in one day of Brahma, 14 Manus are in one day of Brahma. Every day of Brahma, Krishna appears in one of the avatars. So this is what is explained here. Krishna's pastimes manifested before 14 Manus expire, before the end of the day of Brahma. Although it is a little difficult to understand the eternal pastimes of Krishna in this way, we must accept the verdict of the Vedic literatures. There are two types of devotees. The sadhaka who is preparing for perfection and the siddha who is already perfect. As far as those who are already perfect are concerned, Lord Krishna says in Gita, Tyaktva deham punar janma naiti mam. Those who are perfect, after giving up this material body, such devotee comes to me. After leaving material body, the perfect devotee takes birth from the womb of a gopi on a planet where Krishna's pastimes are going on. Again, in this seminar, this is 4th time we are quoting this. That first we go to the Prakata Lila, manifest the pastimes within material world then. So now is Prabhupada speaking specifically. The perfect devotee, okay, the siddha who already achieved perfection, takes birth from womb of a gopi on a planet where Krishna's pastimes are going on. This may be in this universe or another universe. This statement is found in Ujjwal Nilamani, which is commented upon by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. When a devotee becomes perfect, he is transferred to a universe where Krishna's pastimes are taking place. Krishna's eternal associates go whenever Krishna manifests his pastimes. So Nitya Siddhas are there with Krishna wherever he goes. As stated before, first the father and mother of Krishna appear, then the other associates. So before Krishna appears, he sends his mother, father, then he sends his other devotees, then he sends his spiritual abode, then he comes when everything is set up. Quitting his material body, the perfect devotee also goes to associate with Krishna and his other associates. See the comments. Okay. So now the point is not only Krishna's pastimes, but Gaudiya Lord Chaitanya's pastimes also same. Same benefits, same thing, same absorption. Hear this. Gauranga Madhuri Lila Yare Karne Praveshila. Now he comes to the pastime Lord Chaitanya. He says, Lord Chaitanya's pastime also as much transcendental Lord Krishna's. As in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that anyone who simply understands transcendental appearance, disappearance, activities, work of Krishna, he immediately becomes eligible to enter into kingdom of God, simply by understanding the pastimes and the work, transcendental activities of Krishna. Similarly, one who enters into the pastime of Lord Chaitanya, he immediately becomes free from all contaminations of the heart. Gaurangera Madhuri Lila, Yara Karne Praveshila. Karne Praveshila means simply one has to receive message of Lord Chaitanya. Karna means the ear. To give the message as submissive oral reception. Then immediately one's heart becomes free from all material contamination. See that? Really nice comment. So here Srila Prabhupada concludes here. What he says that ultimately we are all meant to enter into pastimes of the Lord. Ultimately we are all meant to give up all this material attachments and material pastimes, Maya holding us here. And that is achieved by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So here just to conclude. Through bhakti, pure devotion to Krishna, we can leave the association of Maya and be promoted to eternal association of Krishna. Now Prabhupada explained. Some of the Gopas, Krishna's friends, are eternal associates, and others are promoted to that eternal position. Okay, not that all Gopas and Gopis are just Nitya Siddhas. No, look at this. If only the eternal associate of Krishna can play with him, and others cannot, then what is the meaning of becoming Krishna conscious? Then why do we practice? We have practiced that we become pure, and once we achieve perfection, we are allowed into Krishna's pastimes, just like Nitya Siddhas. We can also become eternal associates of Krishna through pious deeds executed in many, many lives. Krita Punya Punja. Actually, in the Vrindavan manifest, in this material world, the associates of Krishna are mainly conditioned living entities who have been promoted to perfect stage of Krishna consciousness. It's meant for that. It's meant to attract the jiva. It's meant to make them perfect. It's meant to give them association and Krishna's own blessings and blessing of the Dham to advance. Thus, promoted, they are first allowed to see Krishna on the planet where Krishna's pastimes are being enacted. Again, same point. After this, they are promoted to transcend Goloka Vrindavan spiritual sky. Therefore, it is said in Bhagavatam, Krita Punya Punja. This is particularly description of the Gopas, friends of Krishna. So here what Prabhupada says. This is commentary on the song of the Gauranga Dutipada. Just like we take deep and bath, and we play, sport in the waves of the ocean or sea. Similarly, one who takes pleasure, taking a deep and sporting with the waves of the ocean of Chaitanya's distribution of love of God, who takes part and enjoys distributing love of God, spreading the holy name. Such a person becomes immediately confidential devotee of Lord Krishna. Say Radha Madhava Antaranga. Antaranga means not ordinary devotee, they are confidential devotees. Now this is, Prabhupada reveals, what are these Chaitanya's pastimes? Distributing love of God. How distributing love of God? Through distributing the holy name of the Lord, correct? So what is happening? It's happening that people say, oh, this Krishna līlās, this is why we cannot see. But look, Chaitanya līlās is going on. Jara dekho tara kaho Krishna upadesh. No? So what is the Chaitanya's order, Chaitanya's desire? That Krishna's name will be spread everywhere. That everybody develops love of God by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is going on. Pastime is going on. Lila is going on. Chaitanya Lila is continuing. Correct? As you have explained in your books, this is from one offering, Vyasa Puja offering to Srila Prabhupada written by devotees. Hear this one. As you have explained in your books, by the grace of Lord, He sometimes empowers His devotee to display pastimes even more magnificent than His. So Lord, give credit to Arjuna, to Yudhishthira, to his devotees, always He glorified. Ram give credit to Hanuman, to be glorified. Same thing, now devotees are glorifying Prabhupada. Chaitanya Lila is going on, and Lord Chaitanya empowered Prabhupada to spread the holy name all over the world. So Prabhupada himself wrote that one who, sometimes Krishna empowers his devotee to do even more amazing pastimes. Isn't that the amazing pastime that one single person comes from India and boom, spreads the holy name all over the world in how many years? 12 years. 69 to 77. How many years? 12 years, basically. Amazing. No, it's very amazing. From 65, Prabhupada, 65 to 77. 12 years. Correct? He was 69 years old. And he just does this, that how many? 5,000 initiated examples, 108 temples, and now it's growing. Now we have almost, a congregation report was 1 million devotees who are registered as chanting regularly. Not visitors, 1 million followers ISKCON has all over the world. So these are amazing pastimes. Unlike Krishna's manifest or unmanifest pastimes, which only the most advanced liberated devotee can participate in and experience, your earthly pastimes are fully manifest to all, and everyone can participate in them, from the lowest to the highest. Now this is Krishna's mercy extended to his devotees. We cannot go now in Prakata Lila of Krishna directly. But some of the devotees which we have in our movement, Srila Prabhupada's disciples, they were participating in this Chaitanya's Leela in this sense, assisting Prabhupada. And their mercy is extended to us, second generation, until this movement exists. This is all Chaitanya Leela. The mercy of this magnificence has no precedent in history and makes your past even more magnificent than the Lord. Even Sanskrit, even the religious scholar, they admitted that the ISKCON is so far the fastest growing religion in the world. Means in that short period when Prabhupada was there, it expanded like that. And this is what Srila Prabhupada says. Srila Prabhupada says the meaning of goals of ISKCON. Why this movement he started? To spread the spiritual knowledge of Gita around the world through the Sankirtan movement Lord Chaitanya, to bring mankind to the consciousness of Krishna and thereby attain peace, and to erect the holy place of transcendental pastime dedicated to personality of Krishna. This is the mission. This is the quote. This is the very purpose why it is meant. This Prabhupada's mission, Prabhupada's pastimes, no? So this is also Krishna Leela. This is also Chaitanya Leela. This Prabhupada Leela is still going on. And we take part and we get purified. You see, first step we are allowed to take part in the preaching mission of Prabhupada, which is part in preaching mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is Chaitanya Leela? These are all Krishna Leelas. This is the entrance to the Krishna Leela. Nobody can go home back to Godhead without mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nobody can understand Radha Krishna pastimes without mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nobody can get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without being connected to Parampara of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is Prabhupada. Of course, Gaudiya Math, there's no doubt about that, But really, who spread it? Prabhupada spread it. So we have such an opportunity to please Guru, to please Srila Prabhupada, to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ultimately, may Krishna be pleased with this endeavor of these pastimes of spreading the love of God through the spreading of the chanting of His holy name all over the world. So all of us are offered this amazing opportunity to participate in Krishna's pastimes of chanting the holy name of Krishna and spreading it all over the world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Śrī Brahma-saṁhitā ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.